It's not working. Hi, ladies and gentlemen. This is your boy, the Doordash Revolution. Once again, presenting to you a live morning show. I'm looking at the device that I'm trying to record off of, which is this tablet here. Just seems like everything in slow motion. I took the Wi-Fi off, hoping that would keep it from lag. Look like it's still lagging. Let me see on my end. Let me see on my end. TFT, how's everything going? I may have to switch devices again because it looked like it's a few seconds, a milliseconds slower than me talking to everybody. How's the audio? What's up, Huck Smash? How's everything going, brother? I'm going to have to also play it on the my other device to see how it's going. All right. Let's see. Yeah, it looked like it's lagging a little bit late. Oh yeah, I'm late too. I'm late also. I wanted to get some extra rest. And I wanted to talk about my last night results doing that shift. I asked some questions in the community post, and I do that to get feedback from your fellow drivers out there and see drivers recognizing what's going on. I'll be back for a second. Every time I try to go live, I get a phone call. Hold up, this is an important phone call. I'll be right back. I'm back. I was hoping it would stay still on the stand. I'll be right back. Hold on. Yeah, I guess they see me on live too. I'm back. Let me shut this door right quick. All right. I had this set where you can. There it is. Right there. Yes, I want to share something about the community post. Better yet, I can just go ahead and go to my app. Wow. Can't do. You know what? Get off of that there. That phone there. I'm gonna try it on this. Wow. Hold on for a second. Thank you. All right. I was showing in my neighborhood, and it seemed like there's drivers all over across the U.S. They seem to think they know my area better than me. And then I'm gonna change it over to the color so you might can be able to see it better. It's a reason I did my case study. It's a reason why I took these photos of my experience doing the shift in the area in the market that I've been working for 3 years. I know this area, I know this market. I just don't know the market per se. You just said you know the market. Yeah, but what I'm getting at is I don't just only know the market. I know what's going on in the market. That's what I know. And what's happening in my market. What I mean is, just like this area right here, this is the neighborhood I know. It's just like growing up, you've been living at a place for 30 years. You're going to know that neighborhood, right? You're going to know majority of the people that's in that neighborhood. You're going to know when there's visitors coming to that neighborhood, right? Okay. And we understand that. So, my thing is this here. I'm not going to tell a person that lives in Kentucky, right? Or New York, or Texas, or California, Atlanta, Miami, Boston, Seattle, Dallas, Houston, Albuquerque. I'm not going to tell you that I know your market better than you. I'm not going to do that. Now, I may have questions about what you're showing me in your market. How many content creators doing it? Answering the people questions about their content, answering the questions in a video about their market that's questionable to their viewers. And I look at these same folks that be on other folks' channels, they never challenge these people, right? No soon as I'm putting out a message, okay, they want to launch an attack towards you. That's because either there's ignorance involved, meaning that you have the lack of knowledge of experiencing what I'm experiencing because it's not happening in your market. So you want to discredit the information that I'm having, which may be months ahead of schedule in your market. That's why we said that it's market dependent, right? But it's also decision making. The lack of knowledge will cause anybody not to make the right decision, right? Okay. I'm gonna show it one more time. My area booming right now. If I were to ask the question about Zone A, Zone B, and Zone C, which one of those zones would you go to? What would you tell me right now? A lot of drivers will look at it and say, I'm going to the busier area, or the most busier area, right? Okay. You may be an OG driver, say, I'm going to go to the less busier area on the hot map because it's still busy, but it's less busier than the other two. Why did that driver decide to do that? Because you're not the only one looking at this, what's going on in your city. You're not the only driver out there. You know this. Now, if one of those areas out of A, B, and C is the more wealthier neighborhood, where do you think all the drivers are going to flock to? Which area you think the driver's going to actually oversaturate that market or supersaturate that market? Okay. Now, you can look at this being able to get in on a schedule, right? Suppose you take the top dasher status away. You can't dash at any time now. You can't end at any time now, right? You're not able to analyze each market at any given time during that duration of time, right? Now, I'm sharing information that will help drivers that do have this program in their market. Now, drivers that don't have this program in their market cannot relate to the experience that us drivers are having in different cities and different markets that is under this program, the infamous EBT program that has two features: earn by time, earn per offer. Majority of your earn per offers are always, not majority, they are always low base pay. So why is it that more drivers and content creators want to gravitate to earn per offer? It's self-explanatory. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to find out, unless this is your first day dash. You may not know the answer to these questions. As we going on, I'm showing how busy it is. Now you begin to see a peak pay of $1. All of this is changing before your eyes, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, live, right now, as it's going down. The reason why I'm showing you this happens all the time on the EBT program. I told you it fluctuates like a stock market. It goes up and it goes down, and constantly going up and going down all during the day. You may be able to catch, let's see, can I find some of these photos here to share with you. Wow. You gonna make me look for it like that? Okay. Wow. They want to show the feature. I want to go right straight to the photos. Hold on. That I've been taking. Because what we need to understand is it fluctuates throughout the day. This is one of them. Probably barely see it. Right here. Okay. I got it on earn by time. This was between the hours of 10 o'clock a.m. to 12:59 p.m. It was a peak pay of $10 per active pay for that active hour on EBT. EPO, it was a $5 peak pay. So in this market at that duration of time, that given time, okay, you had a peak pay on EBT, you had a peak pay on EPO, earn per offer. Okay, $5 peak pay. The question that I asked earlier in this episode is, why do drivers gravitate to the earn per offer screen or feature? And why do content creators, when they complain about no tipping customers, always show you the earn per offer receipts? You got a few that shows you the EBT, the earn by time feature. I was asked a question today that in my case study, I had found a way of analyzing where to be at certain times. I've been doing this case study for 2 months now. There is a certain pattern I done picked up on. And I'm catching these areas, right? At the time it's going down right now, or within 30 minutes of the time it's going down right now. I'm trying my best to maximize my earnings in a super saturated market. So let us go to the community post. The community post. I see Reese on live as well. I can't look at him while I'm doing my own live. If I was at the house, I would have his live on while I'm on live. Then I would have to do a review while he's on live. That's probably the reason why I'm not at the house. That's not taking a shot at Reese. That's the reason why those that's trying to stir stuff up between me and him, I heard it through the grapevine. Go check out what this person said and what this person said. No, I'm not going to check it out, because anytime I see anything that says that someone mentioned me and I know who they are, I go ahead and immediately hide and block their information so I don't have to look at it. Because I know those individuals just as well as I know these drivers in my market. They come to the channel, they lurk, they try to find ways to where they can figure out how to sabotage the content creator, figure out ways how they can sit there and say how we can still gaslight this content creator, mainly his viewers. So we can discredit them from wanting to look at his or her content. So that's why I'm doing it. That's why when people tell me, did you hear what this person said? Did you hear what that person said? They mention you, so I know you have to have seen it. Yeah, I saw the mention part. When I seen who the person is, I hide it and I get rid of it. I don't even look at the content, because that's how irrelevant that particular character is to me. They have no value for me. I get no value from them, so I don't look at them. I go on business accordingly and do what I'm supposed to do. There's going to be more of them. I'm going to be doing like that. When I get a notification that they on live or whatever, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to shut them down, because I got to put my content out there. There's no disrespect to anybody, but I'm not going to let anyone control this channel. No one. And I'm putting out there on notice now before I get busy at what I'm finna finish on. And if I'm on live the same time another individual is, and I'm in the car, I'm not gonna look at your live, just like you're not gonna look at mine, and neither one should be offended about it. Now, if I'm at home, and if you're on the same time I'm on, I'm gonna put you on that big screen, and I'm gonna do a review on you. Not a bad review, but a review. You remember I said I was a historian, and then I'm doing a documentary as well, so that'll be a perfect time for me to do a documentary as a historian, putting in the record books of the events that's going on and what people are playing an important role to the events that are occurring at that time. That's how I'm gonna do it. I said that before. Now, let's go ahead and show you the community post. I thought that I need to get that message out there and get it out there clear. And I guarantee you somebody's still gonna mess it up some kind of way and don't get their information right. But those that actually heard it, besides them, would know. And then when they hear them tell these lies, you just confront them and say, no, that ain't what that man said. I was there on his show. That'll nullify that problem there, because I'm not going to address that problem, because they're doing that to get me, try to distract me from doing what I'm doing. They don't want me to tell you drivers about this information. Okay? They don't want you to know about this information. What's true and what's false. Major made a good point yesterday too, and I may feature his video too. You know, let me go ahead and go to the community post. Did I say I was going to feature it today? Maybe, maybe not. I may feature it in the next video, but I got some stuff going on right now in this community post. I did 2 of them. This is one I did. All right, if I tap it, it's going to look like that right there, where you can be able to see the full layout right there on that screen on the Doordash app. I asked the question, which zone would you go to? And it was a Thursday night. And I also did a video short saying whoever got the answer right, I will interview you on my channel. Somebody did get the answer right, because the previous 3 weeks, that's the way it actually was happening. The way one content creator / subscriber announced it. This is, which I showed you earlier, Exhibit A, Exhibit B, Exhibit C. This is in my neck of the woods. This is my neighborhood. I know my neighborhood. I know my neck of the woods. I know every square inch of it. I even know the drivers that shop in these zones. I know the drivers that are thirsty, that they just, all they want is large orders, catering orders, that's it. Don't that sound familiar? That might sound like I'm talking about you in a different city. The only reason why you're on Doordash is because of the large order program. Without Doordash having the large order program, then this app would be meaningless to you, right? I'm talking about them headhunters out there, as I'm keeping it real. You see? So these headhunters are your most thirstier drivers. They would do anything to try to get these large orders, right? Yeah. If you're offended, then maybe you're the one I'm talking to. This is what they do, ladies and gentlemen. They sit and they decline everything until that right order come in. Okay, you're not the only driver doing that in my neighborhood. So if you got 99.9% of the drivers doing that, how are all of you getting the catering orders? You're not, because it's super saturated. You will have some drivers get 3 out of a day. You may have some drivers only get 1 throughout the day. You may even have a driver, or some drivers may be able to get 5, if 5 in a day. Now, several months ago, drivers didn't have to use the driver utility helper to get 7 catering orders in one day. 10 in one day, 13 in one day. Catering orders. Ghost done it. Although me and him don't talk to each other anymore, but he done it. And I have done it. Ghost at one time got 7 catering orders in one shift. If I'm wrong, he'll tell y'all if I'm wrong. Without using the driver utility helper. Using the technique that me and him had discovered through the case study. He was doing a case study, so was I. Except for he dig deeper than me. He had a way of knowing about the population of that neighborhood in that zone. All of the important detailed information I didn't care to look at. That information helped him to make the right decision on analyzing where to be at a given time. And he was snatching them orders. He had a good rapport with the restaurants. He had a good rapport with his clients. He have said in my videos, I still got record of it, anywhere between 100 to 200 repeated clients in that one zone. Myself is likewise 200 to 300 clients, repeated clients now in that neighborhood. That's why we was able to get them diamond orders like that. That's the reason why I was able to show so many receipts to drivers was getting so angry, so mad, said that I was bragging, and ain't no way I'm being able to do it the legal way. That's right. So experience will teach you how to become better at what you do. Still complaining about I'm getting these orders I don't want. You start learning some things. Creative ideas start coming here. Complaining about it gonna make these folks stop tipping. Now, if I provide better business etiquette, quality customer service, excellent professionalism, to those that say hand it to me, we had a short conversation. We threw that sales pitch out there. I'm doing a case study in this area. We're doing a survey, me and a team of drivers. And how have your experience been? Oh, it's been good or mediocre, or they'll tell you I've been having some bad drivers. Boom, this was the sales pitch. Well, give us a 5-star rating. I know for a fact Doordash is sending them same drivers out to you that you give a 5-star rating to if they're on your shift when you're doing an order. You see what I'm saying? That's how I got repeated clientele. Matter of fact, I'd like to address what Timothy Slaughter said today. To no disrespect to him, he didn't bring any disrespect to me either. I want that to be made known to him. So which one of these receipts did we do? He made a comment on. Let's see, hold on. He made a comment on this one right here. This one here. Okay. We're going to go over them receipts in a few seconds. Well, I can go over them right now. And then I'm going to blow it up so I can tell you even more about it. Let's see, can I pull it up in my file? It's strange how my file is this evening. That's not how my file, yeah, here it is. No. Wow. Here we go. Let me see, can I find it? Then I'm going to show it to you first. Let's see. Okay, you can see it now. This is November the 30th, right? 2023. I want to go ahead and talk about this receipt before I go into what Timothy and myself had a discussion on. I want to be able to explain something. Earned by time, $24.53, right? Doordash pay was $15.03. Doordash tip was $9.50. Doordash did say that you would get tips on EBT, but less frequent. Now, if you know an area, a neighborhood, a wealthier neighborhood, and that's what they do, they tip. They don't tip the same all the time, ladies and gentlemen, but they tip. All right. So when they tip, when I was in that diamond program, I took all that information down so you won't be able to go back and say, okay, I need what he was talking about 6 months to 8 months ago so I can apply it to what's going on now. I told you I was going to take it down. It was 4-tier system at that time on the diamond program that I had discovered. I talked about it on the diamond program. I had my notepad. I pointed to tiers and everything, telling you that Doordash is matching the best drivers to the highest paying customers. And the highest paying customers are the best tipping customers. Somebody remember that if they've been watching the Doordash revolution. That's the truth. They don't always tip the same. This person today may tip $100, which put them at the top tier. You got a driver who AR rating was at the top tier, 100%, and they matched it with their driver. Plus, this driver had this customer as a repeated client. They kept giving that driver every time they had a food delivery experience a 5-star rating. DoorDash gave it to the driver. Whether it was male, female, it didn't matter. Rich, poor, black, or white, didn't matter. The ratings mattered. Okay. Now all of you beginning to understand that the ratings matter. They always had. People was cheating the system, trying to snowball it to make it look like it didn't matter. They're going to matter even more. They're going to become even more relevant in months to come. And a lot of these content creators that say they NoTip NoTrip, they got all these other apps, right? You got so much problem with DoorDash. Why don't you just leave DoorDash alone? Work your other apps. I got deactivated off of Uber Eats, right? You don't see me doing any Uber Eats content about how much Uber Eats suck, right? Every app has its pros and cons. There's a lot of politics being played. They say gamifications and all of this on all of these apps, right? But you don't hear me ranting and raving about the no tipping customers on Uber Eats, right? Because there's no tipping customers on all of these apps. So why is it DoorDash is the only one that people talk about with these no tipping customers? All the truth is not being told to you. I didn't say they lied to you. I just said all the truth is not being told to you. Back to what I'm saying here in this receipt here. DoorDash pay is what? Base pay, peak pay, right? I picked this order up at 3:04 p.m. They said the end time was 4:19, but it got down here. Active hour is 1 hour, 2 minutes. Dash time 1 hour, 15 minutes. We all can agree that that's really 1 hour, right? This order was at Five Guys. It was just before that $22.50 active hour on the EBT hit on the scene. All right. So we're going to look at the DoorDash base pay and the customer tip. The DoorDash base pay was $15, ladies and gentlemen, and 3 cents. Customer tip, ladies and gentlemen, was $9.50. You remember I showed you the map of last night. It's also in the community post, and I was asking people which area they would go in. Normally on Thursday nights, I would stay in South Haven and Olive Branch. I had a good feeling on this one. I said, I'm going to shoot over here to Merchant Park. So that's what we did. And this order I got first. Then the next order I got was a Chick-fil-A order, I believe. Hold on. All right. That's Five Guys. All right, it's not going to show it. I'm going to have to show it on my phone. Let's go to the Dash app real quick. I only got a few minutes left before I had to pick somebody up. I got to start cherry picking the time that I do my live streams. I got a household that keep me busy, so I wouldn't have it no other way. Extremely busy. You notice I'm doing this part-time. I always have tried to earn my money, full-time money, part-time. Always have done that. Let's hurry up and get to the meat and potatoes real quick. All right, we want to show you this order here. There's a good order in here, and there's a bad one. I could have declined. I didn't want to decline. I wanted to reach a certain amount on my AR rating. That's it there. Okay. This is when that peak pay was 22.50 per active hour. Meaning that the peak pay for EBT was $8. It was $22.50. $8 peak pay for EBT. $4 peak pay for earn per offer. After I got the Chick-fil-A order down here and people was talking about, you so adamant about trying to do this here. No, I'm doing a case study. I'm trying to give the information to you that other drivers not giving to you, will not give to you, don't want you to know, and content creators that don't want you to know. And y'all will be thankful that I'm providing this information for you to know. It's enough money out there for everybody to make. $12.97. I got that order, went on, took care of that. 0 tip. Base pay was $12.97. 3 pennies. If they had a tip 3 pennies, I would have had $13, right? Now, the order that I got was taking me from that zone over here to Olive Branch. The base pay, ladies and gentlemen, $20, right? $20.98. Customer tip $3. Okay, what I did was I maximized my earnings on the EBT because I knew I was going to be able to maximize my earnings on the EPO because every driver was going to decline all them EPO orders. They was going to come to me. Those reverse orders, those upside down orders, and it was going to be hard for me to land the big fish. So I made a business executive decision, ladies and gentlemen, to get this order, come in this zone, smash this zone, which is real profitable on Thursday nights. I already proved it in a couple of videos before with my receipts. Okay. Now, I want to answer 2 viewers' questions. Tony H was like, how can you tell? Is there a way you can tell when there's too many drivers in these zones? Yes, it is. The more you do it, when you go from one zone to the other, it looks very busy. And then once you hit that zone, it turns gray. That's an indication that's a super saturated market. And if it's known to be a wealthier neighborhood where the highest paying customers are tipping, guess where all the drivers going to flock to? When the drivers flock from 2 other zones or 3 other zones going to that zone, one of those 3 zones going to have a peak pay. With 1 bar saying it's busy, or 3 bars is saying busy, or just pink, like nothing going on. It takes time and experience and days and months and years, as well as many miles, to discover the truth on this one. That's what it's all about. So I just showed that. Then Timothy, I'm going to talk about our conversation before I had to get off of here. I appreciate you, Hooks, man, saying that's why I am talking about. That's what I'm talking about, my brother. Yeah, you know, you're dealing with EBT. You know the truth. You out there on the gridiron. A lot of the other ones know the truth too, but they want to give you fluff or nutter content so they can keep campaigning the no-tip, no-trip movement. Okay, if you know the EPO have low base pay, why are you taking these base pays? I'm going to tell you why they're taking them. Because the large order program is the reason why a lot of drivers are on the Doordash platform. Without the large order program, this Doordash platform will be useless to a lot of drivers. Then they would like to compare all the other apps. There are 5 apps versus 1 platform. That's because of the large order program on the Doordash platform. That's the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Now let's go ahead and get into this conversation real quick. A lot of the stuff I'm saying right now is going to address the conversation Timothy and I had. He was the Grand Slam of the week a couple of weeks ago. We're going to start right now. And you can go there. You'll see the conversation right there. We're going to talk about it. Let's get this conversation going. Of course, the tip part, you just don't know. So there goes the whole program out the window for me. See, Timothy, what you didn't understand was what I just got to explain a few seconds ago. I knew my zone. I write the narrative. I put it in the community post. See how people going to respond. Already know how people going to respond. I came out with my video short. Now I'm coming out with my video content. Already done planned and written right here. Now, I know over there what GC is. It's no secret that it's the wealthier neighborhood. They paying higher tips even on the EBT. Anywhere else you go on the EBT, you may not get any tip. You're going to get it over there. Case closed. So it wasn't luck, brother. It was the knowledge that I had in order for me to make the right decisions to leave a zone I knew was going to pop to a zone that was popping. See, I told you it fluctuate up and down. So it was $22.50 active pay per hour over there on the EBT and $8 peak pay per active hour. EPO, $4 peak pay. Everybody smashing EPO. So if I'm the only driver that's doing EBT, I'm going to maximize my earnings more than if I flip over to where it's 99.9% super saturated. How's I'm going to get a large order when 99.9% of them are on the large order program? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about right there. So it wasn't luck, my brother. It was my decision making that caused me to maximize my earnings and turn it into a profit, to where if I had been on that EPO, I would have declined so many orders till I wouldn't have been getting any orders good. It happened to me once before. I talked about it in my case study. I talked about it in some videos before when I went to East Memphis. If you want to get good orders over there, stay 3% over there. If you got your ratings up, don't you go over there. I take my score 25 points. So I know what I'm talking about. This is my experience that I'm sharing with you. This isn't hearsay from any other drivers. Get it and get it clear. This is the experience that I'm experiencing that drivers ought to be able to relate to. This is not fluffer, nutter content. All right, Tim. You made a good argument, made a good case, but I had to tell you what's going on in my neighborhood. But you seem to really be pushing this, so good luck for you and those that follow. For many drivers, just sitting doing nothing, waiting is a real psychological problem, so hopefully this will help them. It will, if they know how to get this information so they can make their own right decisions. I didn't say do it the Doordash revolution way. It's supposed to turn a light bulb on in your mind. And you supposed to sit and say, okay, I done discovered truth to where I can tailor this thing to me the way I choose my order preference. That's what it was all about. That's why I like Timothy. Timothy, me and him be having good conversations. This is what I said to him, and then I'm gonna have to let it go, ladies and gentlemen. No, the other content creators are trying to push the NoTip NoTrip movement, only showing the low base pay on the EPO. The EPO is earned per order. So when they start showing you, go back and look at the content. Pedro, Dash and Trader, go look at the content. Nugs, all of them, go look at the content. When you look at that low base pay, you look at the top of the screen, it's going to say EPO, earned per order. They cherry picking the content, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So you know you're going to complain about taking these low base pay orders, but yet you sit there and say, I'm going to take everything. You know why they're taking everything? Because they want their ratings up so they can be at the top of the food chain when they get them large orders, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just telling the truth. Without the large order program, DoorDash platform would be nothing for drivers that want to even gravitate to. Now, by the way, I knew the customer would tip on that order because they are a regular client in that neighborhood. Germantown and Collierville clients always tip. It doesn't matter in that wealthier neighborhood. GC is the most sought after zone, meaning it's a super saturated zone. I will explain it in detail in my video. Why you think the people that came in Florida, they didn't go to no zone but that zone over there when they came there and they smashed that money and bragged about it. Okay? Let's see what he said at the end. I think the future of these gig delivery is what you're doing so good move, getting hard data and track record on it. Some of the others on social media are just trying the EBT for a day or two, and it's not good. Bingo, I told you, me and him, we getting a real conversation going. It ain't like he hit me upside the head and I'm hitting him back. No, we having a real conversation. As some folks said, chopping it up. And we're not disagreeing. He's like, okay, I'm going to challenge you. Yes, challenge me so I can break it down. He knows that I'm going to break it down. That's why he do that. See, he knows I'm going to break it down. Now, he done went and challenged other content creators. They would not answer him. That's why he like coming to this channel as well, because he know I'm going to do a breakdown analysis. He knows I'm going to get out there in them streets, getting busy, not only for me, but for the viewers, for the subscribers, and give you value that you can relate to this experience so you can be able to maximize your earnings when it's not profitable at all for you. Thank you again, Timothy. Thank you again, because you got a chance to challenge other content creators. Don't think I don't know that, because you did it, and I know you did it, and they did not reply. They didn't reply. They didn't reply at all. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? My own perspective. How's it going? What's up, Charles 46? What's going on? I'm getting ready to sign off. I hate to sign off, but I got to pick somebody up so they can eat a little lunch. You know, don't want them around that had to depend on somebody else to do it. You know, and everything. Until that young man get ready to get him a car, he's saving up for one. You see what I'm saying? Then he can do his own. But as me being his father, he don't need to be dependent on nobody else to come on around. Now, I know he'll walk to the store, but I don't want him to even walk. I done did enough walking for the both of us. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hate to let y'all go, but I got to pick him up. And I might just be back after lunch to finish on giving you the breakdown analysis on how this program works. I'm doing a case study, ladies and gentlemen. And in that case study, I'm going to do it. Every time I do EPO, I'm getting them type of orders they talking about they doing content on. But Why is it that we getting them counter orders on EPO? That's what I'm gonna share with you next. Peace. Take care. Let's see what you got. I might change my name to Charles. It's all good, brother. You can do that. Change your name to Charles. Howard Fountain, what's up? I knew one day you was gonna show up. I knew one day you was gonna show up. Well, yeah, we got a lot to talk about too. I ain't gonna ask you. I want to ask you, but make sure to catch my next live. I'm gonna turn it on about in an hour and a half, and we're gonna chop it up because I know what's going on in that neck of the woods. You are over there. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about that neck of the woods too. All right, ladies and gentlemen, peace. Take care. And before I say that, see, Hal is one of them drivers that works that GC area. You feel what I'm saying? So he knows what I'm telling is the truth. He knows it's a super saturated market. He one of the drivers that's what we all want, them large orders. You're supposed to get them. So that's everybody over there. Just about got that large order down. Unless Howard done ran them away. Now, I got to get ready and let y'all go. But I'll get in touch with him later. I got to move on, pick him up. And I'll see you in the next one. Thank you again, Timothy, for making this conversation one of the greatest conversations content creators can have with subscribers and their viewers. Thank you once again, because you have challenged other content creators, but they wouldn't answer your question when you hit them with that 2-3 punch. They call it what they call it, that 2-piece and uppercut. Without time you get ready to do that, they fold. Appreciate you, brother. Talk to you later. Everyone have a great day. Peace. Take care. I got some more video footage I want to talk about on this community post. We're going to break down the analysis of it in this case study. Thank you so much for supporting this channel, letting us be the best that we can be for you. Take care. Have a great day. We see you in the next one.